Well, hello, and welcome to this segment of Sister to Sister on Real Life. We are so thrilled that we're able to come to you with our show. There are 5 beautiful, intelligent, godly women here, and you're going to want to hear what they say to this one. This touches me too, and here's the question. Can your best friend be an unbeliever?
I am so thankful for this question because this comes up quite a bit and it just travels into so many different areas. I always believe that as a believer, you should be constantly reaching out. You should always have a non-believer in your life. Should that non-believer be your best friend, or can they be your best friend? I would have to say, based on the scriptures, absolutely not. Can I be friendly to them? Absolutely. Should I be kind to them? Absolutely. But being my best friend, you have to be equally yoked together, and that's just not applicable to marriage. The other thing is that if someone is not a child of God, their Adamic nature, their sin nature is going to be what rules, what controls. So with a friend I confide in, it's my safe place. So I don't want to receive counsel, ungodly counsel, and you can't give me godly counsel if you are not connected with God, if you are not in right relationship with God. So when I think of a terms of a friend being a safe place, being someone who can speak into my life, giving me counsel, I don't want to avail myself to that ungodly counsel. What about the sin nature that is going to be more prominent there because you don't have God governing it? We're not perfect. We just do have the conviction of the Holy Spirit. And so things such as being foolish, you know, their temperament issues, being rebellious, that's going to come up in that. And 2 Corinthians talks to us about how does righteousness have fellowship with wickedness. Now, I'm not calling them wicked, but I'm talking about the sinful nature.
Ooh, wow. Well, you have lots of friends in the legal profession.
Right.
Are they believers?
Associates.
I'm not going to disagree. Hopefully, Flo and I balance each other out all the time. That's why we love each other. Yes. So don't think because we disagree. We love each other because we're learning from each other. And you know, if your husband is an unbeliever, I mean, I think he still has to be your best friend. And I know people that are unsaved, but they have better graciousness, sometimes better qualities than some Christians that want to be your friend.
Oh, wow,
so if they're your sister or you grew up with them, you shared common experiences, they love your parents like you love your parents, they're your brothers, and even if they're not saved, well, Jesus loved his disciples before they understood that they were his disciples, because he saw something in them they didn't see yet.
And they weren't all in when he grabbed them from being a fisherman.
You know, it's not like that one person, that best person, you do everything and share everything. There are different people that I share different things with. I mean, my mother is saved, my father's saved. I think my mother would still be my best friend, whether she was saved or not, because she's always loved me with such a sincere, selfless love. So there are times where if we see something good in someone, and it's not about what I can get out of this relationship, if we start thinking it's what I can give in this relationship, then we're not worried about, are they the best friend? Are they, you know, and I know people need to speak in your life, but gosh, I've had non-Christians speak into my life, tell me I was mean and other things, and I agreed with them. They were right, and they were being a friend to me by telling me things that I needed to hear. So sometimes we have to look at, we're not the same on the same level, but maybe that person will draw that person to a level where they're better than they were before.
Because see, Jesus' disciples weren't his friends, they were his disciples. They became his friend after they entered a relationship with him.
And then John laid his head on Jesus' chest and said, I'm the disciple that he loved most.
Are all of your friends believers?
I think the key word in here is a best friend. I mean, so this is a level above friendships, like, because I totally agree. And you show me your best friend and I'll show you your future. Like, I don't know, when I'm in the trenches of life, I need somebody that is like there spiritually, like that's going to give me the meat that I need, you know, to do life well. So
Give me some meat,
to go
sister.
along with that, I think it's difficult to have a best friendship with someone that you don't share a lot in commonality.
Right.
So if you're different economically, or if you're different culturally, or different, you know, where you live, or different things like that. I think it can be difficult when you don't share that commonality. Not that you can't come together, not that you don't have friends that are different than you, as iron sharpens iron. But I do think that that it's important that you share faith, that you share other things. Now, and having said that, I brought this down to thinking of my kids. And what do I say to my kids? I say this to them every day when they leave. And I say to them, be kind to everyone, but choose your friends wisely.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think that my best friends get me. And that's because they're my sisters and they bring life. So we hope that you get us too. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time. We are the sisters of Sister to Sister.